Hey guys, this is Dion here with your Guitar Academy, and in this lesson I wanted to teach you how to play the rhythm guitar parts in Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. So I kind of wanted to approach this lesson as if we were playing it on a gig with one guitar as opposed to two guitar players, because there's quite a few things going on in this tune, a lot of layers and things like that, but I kind of wanted to consolidate them into one and give you the sort of main guitar parts so you can play along with it with the track or with a band, you know, on your own. So grab a guitar and let's get going. Okay, so we're in the key of D minor for this song. So I want to kind of start off by talking about this sort of line that it sort of mimics the vocal part, I guess, and it's quite a dirty sound. So you have this like that sort of part there. So the notes are simply starting on a D on the 5th fret of the A string, up to 7, then to 8, back down to 7, and then it just repeats. So and let me just try it with some drums as well, and you can sort of hear. I'll go a bit slower than this actually. 78 BPM. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I got it wrong. Try again. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try again. And if it helps to count out loud as I'm doing, then definitely do so. You don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Remember, we want to use that dirty tone if you can switch between. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then in terms of the other guitar part, rhythm guitar part that's on this tune, you have that kind of almost funky, strummed sort of D minor thing. So I'd like to play the dirty part, the riff, single note riff part, followed by the. So what's really important with this part, and in general this sort of particular style of playing, is that you're going to want to keep your arm going consistently as 16th notes. So remember, 16th notes are 1E under 2E under 3E under 4E under 1E under 2. Bit slower, 1E under 2E under 3E under 4E under 1E, 2E under 3E under 4E under 1E under 2E under 3E under 4E under. So the actual rhythm sounds like this. Okay, so if I count out loud and you can hear which beats we're strumming on. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. You see how I'm cutting those chords off, making them really staccato when I don't want them to ring out, okay? Full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's that rhythm part there. What you would now be a really good idea to do is to see if you can put the two parts together. So we do the dirty part followed by the clean part. It would sound like this. Now with the drums, 3, 4, and again. And let's keep going. One more time. And then we have our next part, okay, which is where we move on to a G chord, G major chord. I'm going to play this as a G bar chord with the E shape from the Cage system. I like doing it the Hendrix way with my thumb over the top here. You can kind of do it however you like. And this part goes. So again, 16th notes going, our hand is continuing to move. Let me play it a bit slower whilst counting, and again, you can hear which beats we're strumming on. 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E. 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. Bit faster. And you see I'm placing some accents there on and a 1 and a 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just hitting those strums a little bit harder. Again, a touch slower. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and my fretting hand here is doing a lot of work muting, okay? My picking hand is pretty much just consistently playing the 16ths. The fretting hand is handling the, doing the heavy lifting essentially. So yeah, we've gone from this part here. So let's look at that part there. It's super cool. These kind of little triads that we're moving between. So I'll show you the shapes first and then we'll take a look at the rhythm. So first is this D minor triad, where I'm just barring the 10th fret of the G, B, and E strings with my first finger. Then we've got this cool little C major triad. So that's my second finger on the 9th fret of the G string, barring with my first finger over the 8th fret of B and E. So, and then we go back to this one, back to the C triad. Then we've got this cool little G triad, which is like a D shape, like a D major chord shape. The frets are second finger on the 7th fret of E, third finger on the 8th fret of B, first finger on the 7th fret of G. And then the final one is this other D minor triad, which is 5th fret of E with the first finger, 6th fret of B with the second finger, and 7th fret of G with the third finger. So that gives us. So that's a great thing to try initially. Just familiarize yourself with those shapes. Just move gently between them like that. So the actual part goes. So it sounds something like this. So we've gone from 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. It's really hard to count and play at the same time. So we're hitting the first one on the offbeat, 1, and 2, and. So like 1, and 2. It's like, so yeah, 1, and then 2, E. Those are the first two triads. So 1, and 2, E, and a 3. So 3 E and a 4 E and 1 and a 2. Really hard to count that at the same time, but if I do it super slow, you'll kind of hear how it comes together. So okay, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. If you watch my picking hand closely, you'll see I'm keeping that motion going, that 16th note strumming pattern. Once again, 3, 4, and 1, and 3. Okay, and then following on from there, we have a nice F chord, 2, 3, 4, nice C chord, 3, 4, nice D minor chord. So that gives us so far our rhythm parts. we have our dirty part, clean part, and I'm just going to skip ahead to the G part. And now the triad part. And now the F. In terms of strumming that part, it's quite hard to hear on the track, so I would probably do some sort of arpeggio. I'd go. And that covers it. That concludes all of the rhythm parts on this tune. So it's a nice kind of mixture of some dirty stuff, some funky stuff, some nice little chord voicings, particularly that triadic part. I absolutely love that. Take your time with the rhythm of that part. It's actually really important to kind of get the shapes down because it's quite hard to jump between those shapes really, really quickly. So if you're not comfortable with the triad shapes, get them down at a slower tempo, and then you can start to increase the speed gradually and get to where you want to be. So have fun with that one, and I'll see you in the next video for the solo.